email essay writing. So one question, either in an email or an essay, and I'll tell you how to write it. Now let's see what kind of emails they will ask you to write. So commonly Infosys asks you to write email that is workplace related scenarios. Workplace related. So what happens in the workplace? So when you go to work, when you get selected in Infosys and when you go to work, you might request for a leave, you might ask permission for work from home, or you want the extension of a deadline, you want resources. You might write these kinds of mails, or you may also write an apology mail for a mistake or a delay. You can apologize professionally. An appreciation mail for a colleague or the team for their contribution. Trust me, all of these mails exists. In corporate, you will write these mails. Or a complaint issue reporting email. For example, they've issued you a laptop and there is some issue with the laptop, and you want to raise the issue to the IT department, and you will be writing a complaint or a issue mail. And then to share an update, you might share an update and recommendation reference mail. So all these kinds of mail you will be writing, and you need to know what structure or template that you should use. Okay, so always start with the subject. Subject will be maximum 6 to 8 words. Don't go longer than that. Subject is just to let the people, recipient know what this mail is about, so that they can get an idea. And then always start with the greeting, dear sir or madam or name. Mostly name. In corporate, the culture is not to use sir or madam. And opening line. And let's say you're writing a mail to request something. So remember to use an opening line. So what is an opening line? This will tell why you're writing this mail. Whether you're writing to request something or inform something or apologize. That is the opening line. And then after you write the opening line, give the body. The body should be 2 to 3 sentences, 2 to 3 short sentences. In corporates, the mail will not be long, will not be paragraphs, because nobody has time to read paragraphs. It will be short. So in the Infosys, if they have asked you to write the mail with some specific words like 200 words or something, write it in 200 words. But commonly you can just keep this short and crisp. You can give context or details in simple formal language. And with closing line, you can add like end with a polite and a professional tone. So an opening line, a body, and a closing line. This is very, very important. This gives a structure to your email. And finally, you can give a sign off. You can say thanks and regards, yours sincerely, faithfully, with your name and designation. Now, let me give you an example. Okay, I told you, let's take you're applying for leave. You're requesting for 2 days leave. So first, I told you have to start with the subject. Subject can be 6 to 8 words long, maximum. I told you, right, the subject part first, part first. And then followed by that, you give a greeting. So here, since we are applying for a leave, you can just say request for 2 days leave. Or if you're apologizing for something, apologizing for the delay of submission. Apologizing for the delay. Something like that, something that is short. That is something that lets them know that the recipient, what you're talking about. And then greetings, dear sir or madam or name. And then this is the opening line. I'm writing to request. This is the opening line. And this is the body. Okay. The body is that you need leave for 2 days on so and so date to attend a family function, or you're feeling ill, or death of a person. So that is what you write in the body. And followed by that, something that you can also add usually when you're taking leave or work from home is that you add like your assigned tasks will be completed on time before you leave or during the work from home activity. Okay. And then you give a closing line. So this closing line is to ask them to kindly grant you the leave for the mentioned dates, and followed by that you sign off. You can use regards, and you can use Priya Sharma, for example, a developer, analyst, or anything. This is how you write an email professionally. And what mistake might you do? May you do? Like, what mistake would you do? I will explain. Instead of using dear, you might use hey or hi. Hey or hi, it's pretty informal, not professional. That is the first mistake. And then long and vague subject. Okay, subject should be maximum 6 to 8 words, short and clear, not more than that. And grammar or spelling errors. So in Infosys, they will notice the grammar or spelling errors. So proofread always for spelling errors and grammar errors. Okay. Missing purpose or unclear message. So when you don't follow this opening, body, and closing and a proper subject, you miss the purpose, or you might send unclear message that is not professional. They will also check that. So always give a correct purpose. So you will give the purpose in the body. Remember, you will give the purpose in the body. Always give it correctly. And when you miss the sign off, when you miss yours sincerely, regards or something, um, then that might also result in being a mistake. So don't do that. An overly long email, limit to 80 to 120 words, not more than that, not like 300, 500 words. Something that is medium in size, okay? And do not use contractions. Always use cannot, do not, will not. Don't use don't, can't. These are contractions. That is not professional. So this is the email writing template. If you follow this, you're good to go. And just understand the context in which they are asking to write this email. Okay. Any doubts so far? No. Now let's go to the next one. And that is short essay writing. They might ask you to write an essay, 150 to 200 words of essay. Like Infosys essays are formal, general, and workplace related mostly. These are all some of the example topics that I've given you. Importance of teamwork, impact of AI in employment, time management, technology, remote work. So the purpose of asking you to write an essay is that checking your grammar and whether you are able to think of something at that situation. So there is nothing right and wrong with respect to the actual content's meaning. They will check the grammar, vocabulary, guys. So grammar, vocabulary, and communication. How well you are communicating something. So when you understand the purpose and hit the answer correctly with the purpose, you are very good to go. Now, the structure for this is always, you will always have to follow an intro, a body, and a conclusion. Always. Introduction can be like this is an example. 2 to 3 sentences, body 6 to 8 sentences, conclusion 2 to 3 sentences. Um, Here I have given you an essay, sample topic, importance of communication skills. Don't make this so short. They'll definitely ask you to write in 200 words or 300 words. For stick to that. Don't make it shorter than that. Okay, this is the introduction. Introduction may be about talking about communication skills. What is communication skills? And body will be about what happens when you have a good communication skills. And conclusion, you can say, because of these collaboration, feeding, like sharing feedback, achieving team goals, this will lead to this, therefore, okay, in conclusion you can put that. This is how you write an essay. And some common mistakes are writing in informal tone and putting everything in a single para. So putting everything in a single para, that is not correct. You have to have a segregation. Intro in a separate para, and body, if it is too large, separate that into 2 to 3 para, and conclusion, that will be in a separate para. And if it is too long, that is also wrong. If it is too short, that is also wrong. Keep it with the limit. If the limit is 300 words, try to write it in 300 words. Grammar or tense mistakes. Personal pronouns, don't use I too much. Okay, talk in third person's perspective. Repetition of the same idea. You have to use different points. Don't repeat the same idea. Just think of something. And without any conclusion. If you use intro, body, conclusion, and if you follow proper grammar rules, and if you stick to the words, then you're good to go. No problems. So quick tips: stay within the word limit, maintain the logical flow as I said, intro, explanation, conclusion. Spelling and punctuation is also very important, grammatically correct, and don't use too much complex vocabulary, stick to medium vocabulary. Okay, this is all about this live session, you guys. So far in my channel for this, I have covered verbal ability, English grammar, um, email writing, essay writing, logical reasoning. So remaining I'll have to cover quantitative aptitude and pseudocodes. Okay, I'll also put videos for that, quantitative aptitude and pseudocodes, or live session too, so that it will be useful for you. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Decodes, it will be really useful for you. Click the bell icon so that you'll be notified for so you'll be notified regarding my videos, and you can quickly come join live with me, practice the questions alongside with me, and I'll also help you write in correcting the mistakes or something. And thank